Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be going over some Halloween crafts. They're very last minute, but I had a couple more I wanted to do and I thought I'd film it while I'm doing it. This first one I'm very excited about. I'm going to be making a shirt for my son. And as you already know probably from the thumbnail, it is based on a very popular phrase, I guess, phrase that all the preteen, junior highers are using right now. And I even know some high schoolers that use it. So I am reading this HTV. It is a glow-in-the-dark HTV that I got from Amazon. And I'm just slowly pulling it off. I can see there's certain spots where it's catching, trying to rip. So as long as I don't rip the actual design, it's okay. All right. I'm just pulling it very carefully, monitoring as I go that I'm not pulling anything that's actual design. For the most part, it's pulling very easily. This is, I believe, a glow-in-the-dark HTV that I got off Amazon. It's a blue glow. My son's favorite color is blue, so that's why I went with the blue as opposed to just the regular yellow. So we see on these little spots with the letters, it's usually the trickiest part for me anyway. Okay. For those who didn't notice the thumbnail, are you starting to figure out what the popular phrase is? Of course, this is a Halloween version of it. Sometimes at this point, I like to just kind of purposely rip it so I can get rid of the bulk, throw that away, and then go back to working on. So let's see. Pull up the spots that I know don't belong, which is easy in the letters. You guys figure it out? 6, 7, 6, 7. How many of you keep hearing that over and over again? I hear it more than I ever thought was possible, but it is pretty cute. Okay, so now I'm just going to look over it and make sure I got everything. Okay, so yes, we are making a skeleton 6, 7. We got the 6, we got the 7. The words. My son was excited that I was going to make this for him. It'll be a great Halloween, at least the day before Halloween shirt for him to wear. Okay, so I'm going to get my heat press all heated up and get ready to press it. Okay, one thing I forgot to show you guys. This is the HTV that I'm using, and I labeled it glow in the dark blue HTV. I used a slap band and then printed out on my Cricut the label for it. So that kind of helps me remember, because otherwise it just looks like white HTV. So this is a really great way to keep your HTVs and your vinyl rolls separate so you know what each one is. I did look up on Cricut's heat guide and it showed 305 degrees for 30 seconds. I am going to do a quick just pre-press, get the wrinkles out. go. Okay, and I'm going to use a lint roller just to make sure there's no little extra lints on it. Okay, for this project, I'm just going to do kind of an eyeball. Don't want it too high, too low. Got it centered off to the side and in the middle. Okay, that looks good for me. And go ahead and start. I'm just going to do mild pressure. Okay. 30 seconds, and I'm going to let it cool off. This is a cool touch peel. So what I like to do is kind of shake it out. If you have a glass mat, it can also help draw out some heat. I'm going to lay it here and let it cool down. I'll remove it in a little bit. Okay, it's been about a minute and it's already cool to the touch, so we're going to start to peel it very slowly. Start over here and just check. And I'm already noticing that it's pulling up. So we're going to heat it again. I did use the heat parameters for Cricut's glow in the dark, and of course this is not Cricut's glow in the dark, so it probably needs a little bit more heat. So we're going to put it back on, and firm pressure, I'm just going to go ahead and do the 30 seconds again. Okay, and I did use a little bit firmer pressure. Again, we're going to shake it out, draw out that heat. And wait a couple minutes. Okay, it's cool to the touch again, so let's try this again, and it's definitely a lot better than it was before. So I'm just going to slowly peel it up, again monitoring all the little edges. With these skeleton bones, I got lots of little edges. So far it's looking good. And we're hitting a snag. All right, let's try this one more time. Okay, we know this bottom part was good. Let's keep going. Still a little bit here. I think when I'm pressing on it, I'm not pressing up on top enough. These look good. Dem bones are not completely cooperating. So we got a few here and a few here. Okay, so once again, I'm going to push this back on, and this time I'm going to kind of concentrate up on top because I know the bottom is good. I'll do it one more time. All right, everything stayed down this time. I really like this, how it came out. My son's friends are gonna love it. They're gonna find it hilarious, I'm sure. So let's see what it looks like in the dark. Yay! Can you guys see it? It looks so cool. There is still a little bit of light in here, but you can see it glowing. It's got that blue, see that especially down here. This is the roll. It's glowing a lot. So cool. I can't wait for him to wear it. Okay, the next project we're gonna do is we're gonna make some Halloween cards. I wanted to make some really quick ones since I already had my Cricut out. I went ahead and did it with Cricut. So let's start with these two. What I did was I made a card base just like this. It is an A2 size card. So this is 11 inches by 4 1/4. And what I did with these two is I took my distress spray in black soot and I just sprayed just to get a little fun background on it. And what I'm gonna do on these is I did a little print and cut with some Happy Halloween words and a couple little cute ghosts with jack-o'-lanterns, and these are gonna go on this one. So all I'm gonna do is quickly attach these. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is attach these using some phone tape. My phone tape has turned yellow, but it's not gonna be able to be seen. So I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so we got that one. Let's go ahead and just put it on this too. Like I said, the idea is to get them done quickly. And I'm gonna take the two orange Happy Halloweens. Okay, now we'll remove all the backs. Little ghost in there. My Happy Halloween did get a little bit of the black on it. Must have had it too close, but that's okay. So there's one. You could also do like a glitter pen. So we can add some glitter to the jack-o'-lantern. This is gold in the tonic shimmer pen. There we go. If you guys can see that or not. Okay, so let's do the next one. Okay, and add some glitter. Okay, and there's those two. Put those aside. Okay, and then this next one, I'm actually going to use, just move my trash a little. Okay, for this next one, I'm going to use these stickers I got from Hobby Lobby. They were actually on clearance, I think, from last year. They were 75 cents for a whole sheet. I did already make one card. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of layer a few pumpkins around the card base. again, the idea is to try to just go quick. Doesn't need to be fancy. Just something that I want to hand out on Halloween. And to add a little twist to this one, I'm going to just put some series of 3 dots around the card. This is a Painty Twin Pen Zig. I've actually had this forever, and it still works good. And I mean, it's just all up to your own. How you want it for your eye. You can put a few ones. I like to keep them in odds. But okay, so there's that one, and we're going to make another one, and I'm going to speed it up. Okay, and there is the second card and the third card that I made off screen. So now we have 5 very quick Halloween cards for me to give out on Halloween night. Okay, for our final project, we are going to be making a fun boo basket. So I got lots of goodies here. First of all, I created these on Canva and printed it off so they can see, let's see, so they start with this side. I printed it twice just to see the colors, and that's kind of interesting, the different printers I have in my house and how the different colors print. But at any rate, so this side will be facing forward. It tells them that they've been booed, tells them to enjoy their treats, to put the we've been booed, which is this side, out where people can see it so they know that they've been booed. And you can make or print a copy of this and then go boo somebody else if they wish. So we're going to be putting that in there. So put that off to the side for now. And first thing we're going to actually do is, I found this on Creative Fabrica. It is a pennant banner, and we're just going to use this to kind of help decorate our basket. So all I'm going to do is just cut it out. I could have made this with the Cricut and did a print and cut, but of course this is an easy cut, so I didn't feel it was necessary. All the things around it, those aside, and then here where it's the dashed line, we're just going to fold along it. Use my bone folder. Just to crease that down good. And I have a glue gun here and little pennant sticks. So we're going to glue this in here. Make sure it's the right side up. Glue this in here, and we'll have our little flag. Okay. Actually, I'm going to move this down a little so it's a little bit taller. Stick in there, and then I'm just gonna put a little bead around the outside. The nice cobwebs of the hot glue gun will add to the look of the Halloween. Okay, so easy peasy. There's our little pennant. Put that aside. Okay, and the next little thing I'm going to make is just a little art piece. I have some fabric markers, which don't necessarily have to be used for this project, but I thought it would be a good little touch to add some Halloween fabric markers, and they can also use them on a t-shirt if they wish. So what I have here is on just regular black HTV. I have a cute little image of a kitty cat and a jack-o'-lantern. If you notice, when I started pulling that, it started pulling the entire image off, which I have never had happen with iron-on. So that's fun. You never know where things are going to go wrong. So I did cut it. I'm not sure why it's not staying on the plastic carrier. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the pieces that I've already done just to help me, since it's kind of wanting to be ornery. Okay, that was easily the hardest HTV I've ever weeded, and I have a few guesses on why that is. First, I did use a piece of scrap vinyl, so there's a very strong potential that this was a much older vinyl, probably like 5 years old. So it goes to show that vinyl does get old. We do want to use it as quick as possible. I know I like saving all my scraps, so I really have no idea which ones are ages, the age of it. So kind of something to keep in mind, I guess. Second thing is, this is the most detailed image I've ever made on HTV. So I found that especially these little thin lines like here on this jack-o'-lantern, they did not want to pull up very easily. They wanted to stretch and pull, and so that was another issue that I was coming in contact with. But I think overall it's going to work for its purpose. I did kind of skip some of the detail, like I took out the detail in the wings, in the ears. I'm going to go ahead and remove this one since the other details didn't stay. And you can see some of the pumpkin lines are out. These were actually teeny tiny jack-o'-lanterns. I made them pumpkins. There was detail in the ears. I took that out. But I think overall it's still serving its purpose, which was to make a little kind of like a little coloring page with it, but on canvas so that it's something that the mom can keep, the parents can keep for a long time. So what I'm going to do is center it on here. This is just a 4x6 canvas from Dollar Tree. It came, I believe, in a pack of 3. So I'm just going to kind of line it up there. I do have my little mini heat press all ready. And I'm going to start with the top and just start heating it up. The main thing I'm doing is just making sure that I'm moving it around. Don't want to hold it in one spot for too long with the mini. Get some steady pressure on it. And when I think I've done enough, I'm going to put the heat press to the side. I'm going to draw the heat out just like we did with the shirt earlier. And let it cool so we can do a cool press or cool peel. Okay, now that it's cool to the touch, I'm going to start peeling up, and I'm still seeing a lot of. So let's just try that again. Okay, most of it was good. There was a little bit down here that's coming up. So I am just going to put enough on. I think there's a little lip on the canvas, so try to get in there. I don't want to put the heat back where the HTV is without the cover, so just make sure you keep it on the cover if you're doing what I'm doing. Okay, now that that's cool, it comes off very easily. I feel like everything is down. It's so cute. I love how that came out. I think the lack of detail is actually good. This is going to be for a 3-year-old, so it'll make it a lot easier for him to color. I think that's going to work really well. I love how that came out. Okay, let's put that aside. And let's get our basket. Okay, so we have our little basket here. That is my mini heat press telling me that it's time to turn it off, which I will. Okay, so we have our basket, and I'm just going to show you real quick a few of the things that I'm going to be putting in here. There are no other things that I'm going to make, but just so you kind of have an idea of some fun things to do for a 3-year-old basket, I have a little glow-in-the-dark rubber ducky. My son used to love these when he was little, and we kind of collected them. It's sad now that he doesn't want them, but I can move them on to some other little boys. And then we have a little puzzle here, which I thought I had it's going to be a tricky puzzle because there is no picture for it, which I just realized didn't have it. Okay, next we have this cute little spider. I am not a fan of spiders whatsoever, but for some reason, cute toy spiders are fun. This one lights up. So let's put that in there. And then I have one of these little play packs, some little crayons, some little pictures to color. So let's put that in there. And we have a little light up wristband for trick-or-treating. And we have a little melty bead kit, so the perler beads, but to make a little jack-o'-lantern. That'll be nice and fun for him to do with his mom. We have some building blocks. These are like the plus blocks. I get these at Target. They're usually $1. Yes, $1. And they make cute little, almost like Legos, but they're a little bit different, so it just kind of gives it something fun difference beyond the Legos. We got a fun little bat straw. We have some gel clings. Stick that in there. We have some fun little spiders for decoration. Some pencils, some stickers, erasers, and then I'm going to take our fabric Halloween colored markers and put them in this bag too. Put them all here in the container. You can see my messy desk a little bit. So here we go, and I'm going to put our little color print in here. Our pendant. And our You've Been Booed. And I'll probably get some tissue paper and kind of pack around it, make it look pretty. I don't have any tissue paper with me at the moment, but this will work really good for now. And I got a little quick boo basket. Okay, there's our few quick last minute Halloween items. We got our 5 cards, we got our boo basket, and the shirt that I've already taken to my son that he was excited to get. And we're all set for Halloween. If you have any questions, just drop me a comment down below. Like and subscribe if you liked what you saw and want to see more. And thanks for watching. Bye.